This is BTS related news for April 10, 2022. Hive, the agency of BTS, who had refrained from commenting on the issue of military service, made a clear statement for the first time. At a press conference held at the MGM Hotel in Las Vegas, USA on the morning of the 9th local time, Hive's general communication team leader Lee Jin-hyung said, "I am thinking very carefully because I know how important the military service is in Korea. I want to check whether there is a discussion, both socially and in the National Assembly, seems to have matured." He said he hoped to draw a conclusion as soon as possible. It is a remark that seems to be urging BTS to exempt from military service according to what they hear. BTS I will respond to the national call has not changed, but Hive is casting a smokescreen saying that they are also struggling with their upcoming military service. If a BTS member enlists in the military, I think it is because BTS agency Hive is the one who suffers a lot of damage. So Hive also speculates that the Moon Jae-in regime may have actively participated in the Moon Jae-in administration's events in the hope that it would be able to solve the problem of military service for BTS members. And I want to judge that Hive wanted these things to become an international issue. The recent meeting between Hive chairman Bang Si-hyuk and Ahn Jae-olsu, chairman of the Transition Committee for the Presidency, aroused numerous observations about the BTS military service issue. Until now, Hive has expressed a principled position that it will respond to the call of the state in consideration of domestic sentiments regarding military service. At the meeting that day, with about 100 reporters participating, communication team leader Lee Jin-hyung read the answers while looking at the monitor as if he had prepared in advance when a question about military service was asked. "Since we've been speaking limitedly, there are some misunderstandings from the outside and there seems to be a lot of interest in what's going on. I drew a line. Although BTS members have repeatedly sent out messages in the past to accept the national call, and that thought has not changed even now, we have been watching the changes in the military service system and the people's thinking, which began to change around 2020, in consultation with the company," and now he explained that the decision was left to the company after the pending draft amendment to the Military Service Act was submitted to the National Assembly. The military service system that started to change from 2020, as said by Lee Jin-hyung, the communication team leader, is an amendment to the Military Service Act that was passed by the National Assembly in 2020. According to this bill, military conscription and convocation for outstanding performers in the field of popular culture and arts can be deferred until the age of 30. Since then, a bill to amend the Military Service Act is pending in the National Assembly to include alternative service limited to those who excel in the arts and sports fields to include pop culture artists. According to the current military service law, only those who placed first to third place in the Olympic and Asian Games and international and domestic competitions can perform alternative military service as art and sports personnel. If this year's amendment to the military service law fails, Jin, who was born in 1992 among BTS members, will have to enlist next year. About 100 reporters gathered at the press conference for Hive's permission to dance the city Las Vegas held at the MGM Hotel in Las Vegas, USA on the morning of the 9th. Team leader Lee Jin-hyung read through the lengthy answers about military service prepared in advance at this meeting, and effectively revealed Hive's position on the BTS military service issue. Hive's team leader Lee Jin-hyung spent a considerable amount of time discussing the draft amendment to the military service law pending in the National Assembly. He said, "The company explained to the artists, at a time when the bill is being discussed in the National Assembly, you may have to be a little careful in making decisions about military service." He added that it is true that artists are having a hard time because they have a hard time figuring out their own plans. He said, "Hive is closely monitoring the current amendment bill along with the artist," he said. Said to do he added, "If it cannot be dealt with in the first half and moves to the second half, the National Assembly will be reorganized and discussions without a promise will continue." In the explanation that followed, communication team leader Lee Jin-hyung said, "Hive wants to check how far an artist called BTS can grow together." He made clear Hive's aspirations by saying, "From a sober point of view, I think BTS is about to step into the mainstream around the world. Even watching the Grammy Awards, you can feel that it has a long way to go," and added, "I think BTS has a lot of room to expand in markets around the world, including South America, Europe, and Africa." When asked again to confirm whether the member's current military service probation status is the company's opinion, he said, "The company does not proceed unilaterally, but makes a decision after sufficiently explaining to the members and continuing discussions." Remarks on the current status of the National Assembly, they answered that it means that they are entrusting the company to make related decisions. It seems clear that these are the intentions of making profit by sustaining commercialization in a company called Hive, which only owns a good product called BTS. The majority of the people are of the view that no healthy male in the Republic of Korea should violate his military service obligation or be exempted for any reason. If, for a special reason, even one of the members of BTS gets exemption from military service, the BTS will be buried forever in Korea, the home of BTS. And the stock of BTS agency, Hive, can become a handful of toilet paper. Hive wants you to keep this in mind and stop marketing noise through the media. Thank you for watching today. Please like and subscribe.